Sorry about that. This microphone is very good as far as. Hi, everyone, again. I'm sorry you did not hear me before. For some reason, I thought the minute I touched the mic, the mute button would come off. Thank you. Someone reminded me that told me you couldn't hear me. And then, Stephen, thank you, Stephen. Uh, this is the worst part of the mic. I mean, it's not a very expensive mic. It's one of those Blue Yetis, but it sounds so good. Hi, Mystery. But it seems like they have a cheap mute button on it. So when you press it, sometimes I have to see if it's blinking or if it's on or if it's not blinking. When it's not blinking, that means it's on. I hope everyone had a great week. I am sorry you didn't hear me before. In any event, I would like to make my little pitch. Hi, Range Rover, how are you? All is good, thanks. How about you and your family? Uh, yes, I'll be with you with that in a few seconds. I have to make my little pitch. If anyone would like a reading from me, please feel free to go to my website, psychicmilu.com, or send me an email at psychicmilu@aol.com. Thank you all for coming today. Spend an hour of your Friday evening with me. And someone mentioned the breadcrumbs. Yes, those breadcrumbs are spelling trouble, I feel, for Trump and his family. So, and the first thing I would like to mention is, and also one thing I would like to mention, what I do before I come on, I have the topics that I am going to talk about, yes, during the day or as I am choosing them. I see pictures and, I get feelings and impressions of what I am going to say. But I feel it's more authentic if I come on and do the readings. So if sometimes while I am talking, I pause, it's because I'm either seeing a picture, I'm trying to translate it, or I go, something like that. Well, I just did it. I can't help it. It's because I'm trying to interpret what I am seeing. I mean, some of you who have been here or are used to me, it's been a year now, over a year, who have seen me do readings, so you're kind of used to me doing that. But for those who, hi Maxine, who don't know me very well, that's what I am doing. I'm seeing pictures or I'm getting something and I am trying to interpret it. In any event, I wanted to get that out so like that everyone would understand why sometimes I may stop for a second or so, or I would say, something like that. It's because I'm trying to interpret what I am seeing. Hi, Teros. Someone else said hi. Hi, everyone. I'm sorry if I didn't. I'm speaking, and every once in a while I take a look at the screen. But if I don't reply, I don't mean to ignore you. Hi, Cherry Path. In any event, what I feel like saying is the first thing I feel like to touch on this evening is the Kushner security clearance. And I want to remind everyone, I don't recall exactly when I mentioned this. It must have been maybe a few weeks ago. I did not know, or I wasn't sure exactly why I was getting that the Kushners would be moving back to New York, And it feels like to me, the secret clearance situation is going to get more intense. And the way I see Ivanka, she is not very happy because when I talked with them, their father is the head of the executive branch, is president. Republicans were in charge of were and still are in charge of the Senate, and Republicans were also in charge of the House. So there was no one to challenge them, or oversight, as they say. The right word is oversight. So they are used to, they never thought that one day there are going to be everything they do that is out of norm, they were going to be questioned about them. And it feels like to me, Ivanka does not like to be questioned when I touch with her, because as she was on my mind today. I was trying to figure out how she feels about being asked to testify in front of Congress. Yes, I feel the White House is going to make, they're going to fight. They're going to try not to allow Ivanka to testify. I feel she is very frustrated. It's like, how dare these people? She's not going to say that, but that's the impression I'm getting. So now they are really facing challenges about the shortcuts and things that they have been getting away with it, and people like Nunes and company were covering up for them. And their corruptions they were getting away with, I mean, oh my God, I hope I can pronounce it. Emmanuel, oh please, I'm sure everyone understand. I can't pronounce it. Emmanuel clause, something in the Constitution where you're not supposed to be taking money or making money off of the presidency. So sorry everyone if I can't pronounce it now. I can't hear it for some reason. But they've been getting away with all these things. So now they are being challenged. Trump is super angry. But guess what? I know a lot of people are worried, not trying to do anything, but are worried, what if he gets angry? What I feel when I talk with him is someone who feels paralyzed. He doesn't know which way to go. And if you notice, I mean, I don't even feel he's thinking straight. I don't know how many of you, because I don't watch Fox, or I will switch to Fox for a minute and then switch right back just to see, let's say, for example, yesterday, or the day before yesterday when Cohen was testifying, I wanted to see what they were talking about. So somebody wrote, Philip Mudds is furious. Absolutely, he is. I wanted to see what was on. In any event, Trump gave Hannity, of course, Hannity interviewed Trump, and Hannity's, I think he put his foot into his mouth. He's going to be part of I did mention before he was going to have legal issues. Okay, okay. What Hannity did, trying to give Trump, saying that Cohen mentioned to him at least a dozen times that it was his idea to pay Stormy Daniels the money. And Trump was trying to go along with that. In my opinion, he wasn't thinking. He is, he's a habitual liar anyway. But the point is, both of them forgot that they have videos of him making plans with Cohen to pay the money. In any event, the point I'm trying to make is Trump doesn't know what to do at this point, and he's getting very frustrated. And it feels like to me when I talk with him, it's just like he's in a circle and there is no way out. That's what it feels like to me when I talk with him. And I feel he is not only not happy with himself, but he is beginning to sour with Kushner, because this is not the first time Kushner has gotten him in trouble. I mean, it's not really Kushner's fault, it's Trump's fault, but the usual thing, it's never him, it's someone else. So he's taking some of his frustration on Kushner as well. I know Kushner is not here. I don't know how it's going, but when I talk with him, it feels like to me he's lashing out. So Kushner is getting it, he's in the receiving end of that lashing out as well. That's the way I am getting him. But the point I wanted to make was, it feels like to me that's one, what is going on right now, I don't feel this thing is going to quiet down. The question about how Kushner went about getting his his secret clearance, that Trump had to order Kelly to do it. So it feels like to me those frustrations are going to cause Kushner and Ivanka, something is going to happen because they're not very happy. Thank you, Sharo. Everyone, please press the thumbs up button. I would appreciate it. So that's what I feel. Like I was saying before, I wanted to remind everyone that I did mention that Ivanka and Kushner would be going back to New York, but I wasn't sure why. I feel this thing is going to get worse, and I would be surprised because there are a lot more people that are going to be questioning how he got his secret clearance, and a lot of people feel burned. People in the government who had to jump through hoops to get their secret clearances. And for him, it was, in his case, it's nepotism. It's because his father-in-law is president, that's how he got it. Yes, Danielle, thank you. Yes, Kushner is in Saudi Arabia. Well, he's traveling throughout the Middle East. You know, Stephen, I'm going to answer your question. Let me talk about the first one first. Yes, Danielle, he is traveling the Middle East promoting some kind of peace plan. I would be surprised if anything happens with that. I don't see, well, the way I am, the only person that is probably taking Trump seriously, he's in trouble, and Steve just asked me a question about him. I feel he's going to have issues himself. He has enough going on. Hi, Mystery. But I feel like saying Netanyahu is the only person that's taking Trump seriously now, or anything that Trump is promoting. Everyone else, they will be nice, they will talk to Kushner, but they don't have much respect for Kushner. First of all, he doesn't have the experience. He's young, and they don't have any respect for him, not for Trump. They're not going to be confrontational. But I don't see too many people when it comes to leaders in the Middle East. Well, Saudi Arabia as well, because Trump is part of the cover-up of Khashoggi's murder, giving the prince a pass. I feel all those things are going to backfire anyway. In any event, yes, Danielle, I know I thank you for reminding me. Kushner is traveling through the Middle East, and I believe he's going to come back this weekend. And it's going to be interesting. I feel next week is going to be interesting as well. And one more thing I wanted to, while I am on the topic, and it's coming to mind, the people, I'm sure everyone have heard that Weisselberg, I hope I'm pronouncing it right, and Sater, and a few other people are going to be testifying in public, I hope. It's supposed to be in public. But I want to say, when I talked with these people and I was listening to the news today, none of these people want to go to jail for Trump. And I feel Hannity, he may not go to jail, but he's going to spend some money on with attorneys, and he has to be very careful. It feels like to me, when I touch with the situation, If he thinks he's going to be called, and Hannity is stupid enough to do it, go and try to lie on Trump's behalf or putting everything on Cohen, there is a temptation on his part to do that. If he does, he's going to jail. And the reason I'm saying that is because on his mind, he will try to be loyal to Trump. Everyone who has been around Trump and trying to be loyal and lie to him, they're all going to jail. So, but the point I wanted to make, Wasselberg and Sater, those guys, they're not going to lie for Trump because they know Trump. And Wasselberg, when I talked with him, he feels like he's too old. He doesn't have time for this. He's not going to play with it. Whatever question they ask him, he's going to answer those questions. So, and looking at this, I don't feel, and it feels like to me there are going to be about 5 or 6 people they're going to call. I've not heard that on TV. This is, as I'm touching with them, it feels like 5 or 6 people to me. And they are all going to, they will answer the questions asked, except for people who are in the White House, supposedly his daughter, his son-in-law, which I feel there's a very strong possibility they may come to Congress, but I feel they're going to fight before they come. And also, the only way they won't come, some Democrats are already talking about not calling the kids right now. That's the only way they may not come around. But I feel there are going to be a lot of people that are going to get themselves into trouble over how what's been going on and how corrupt the people around Trump are. In any event, I wanted to touch a bit. Thank you very much, Mystery. I really appreciate it. Yes, 277. Thank you, everyone in the audience, for spending an hour with me this evening. I appreciate it. Okay. Someone asked a question. Sandra is saying there is so much damage they have done and ruined people's lives. Yes, well, I agree with that. We're going to see a lot. You know, I don't feel we have seen nor heard, not even if, I mean, let's put it this way. What's going to come out, it feels like to me, we haven't heard anything. So, Stephen says, Milu, your channel is unfolding like the Lotus like the Lotus. Thank you, Stephen, and blessings. I believe me, I appreciate the blessings, and blessings to you as well. In any event, I feel there are going to be a lot more people who are going to find themselves going to jail and suffer because they went along. Unfortunately, Cohen is one of them, and all the others who are having legal issues. But I feel like saying it's all Trump's fault. He has lived a life of corruption, as we know it's been unfolding this past week, or over a week. But this week, we've seen proof of his corruption or corruptions. When I talked with him, yes, these people were weak in some ways, but anybody, let's say for example for Cohen, not much love is lost. I don't really care for him, but when you watch the guy, he has kids and a wife. He's going to have to spend 3 years, I believe, in jail. So that's painful. In any event, I feel the way Jared obtained his secret clearance is going to be an issue, and it's not going to go away. And that I feel that's one of the issues that's going to push him out of DC. Somebody says, Edward says Trump is the kiss of death. That is true. Let me see if there are questions. Chris Christie said today, Danielle said, Chris Christie said today on CNN that it looks like SDNY is setting up for after he leaves office. Yes, Danielle, I hear a couple of people. You know, that again, when I started saying when Trump stand a very good chance of going to jail, a lot of people had doubts. It feels like to me, to be honest, these days, it's, well, two things I feel. How Trump is going to spend, how he's going to be able, is he going to be able to deal with the next 2 months? We're in March now, and if he lasts to next month, because the way I am getting him, he may even blow a gasket because he is so frustrated. He's very angry. He doesn't know what to do, where to turn. Yes, he has a ton of lawyers, but it feels like to me when he talks to his lawyers, this is a very complicated situation. And those who are being honest with him tell him that there is no way he's going to escape this. So even if he makes a deal and he leaves office before 2020, New York State and a couple of other states are going to go after him. That's my feeling. One other announcement I wanted to make, since there are a lot of people, the room and the audience is here, I am going to start doing answering questions like I used to do before, but I'm going to choose a day, or I'll probably do, I'm not quite sure if I'm going to do it Monday night or Wednesday. I'll do a half hour. I'll do half hour talking about event of the day, politics, and then I'll do a half hour. Or let me know what everyone thinks. Please leave me a message or some kind of comment or email. I would like to start doing readings again for the chat. And I am having difficulties making up my mind. I almost forgot to mention that. That's one thing I wanted to talk about, because a lot of people supported me from the beginning and I appreciate it. So I want to continue to give back. So let me know. I am thinking of doing it either a half hour, like on Mondays, half hour, whatever the politics or whatever is going on for that day, and half hour reading for the chat. So please let me know, everyone, what you think of that. I'm glad I remember. Hi, Susan. How Susan likes that. You're welcome, Susan. Susan agrees with that. The only thing I want to start doing it next week, but I'm not sure. And also I have another reason for wanting to bring it back, because like that, I feel people can see what I can do, in a sense. That to put it bluntly, people will have an idea. Because I was reading an article in New York Magazine, I believe it was written this past week, in fact. Somebody was going around and talking about psychics. They Google people on from the internet or something. They try to come up with, saying that, it's a trick. Like this, people in the chat, anybody can walk into the chat. I don't know who you are or who they are. Some of you I know, and I that's a different story. I don't know you in person, but you've been supporting me since I started. I appreciate it. But other people who show up in the room, and I will read for them. I think it's a great idea like that. You can't make this up. That's my point. So I'm going to start. That's another reason I want to do it again. First, to give back. Second, I think it's great to have a record. But this person, it's anyway. In any event, I'm not going to go back on that article. I'm not going to mention it anymore. But I think it's a great idea. Okay. The next, please let me know, everyone, which day or if you have any ideas on how you would like me to do it, because I am brainstorming and doing everything on my own. So give me your input. I would appreciate it. Now let me look at my cheat sheet and see what I want to talk about next. Oh, okay. I just on my note. You know, I don't think I am wrong. While Trump was in Vietnam meeting with Kim Jong Un, you know what I thought with Trump while he was there? What it feels like to me, he is trying to set up and find a way so after he leaves the presidency for him to make money. He's thinking of building something in North Korea as well, because right now North Korea would be a very cheap country for people to go on vacation. And if he gets in now, he will make a ton of money. And as I am touching with him, and every time he says the beaches and stuff like that, talking to Kim, it feels like to me, I think it feels like to me he spoke to, as a developer, besides being president, to Kim Jong Un about developing properties there. I could not believe it, but every time he mentions that thing, as you know, Trump has a habit, or is in a habit of whatever he says, there is something in there that's behind the scene. And as he was talking about it, that's what I was picking up. So, and I also feel, if you have heard, he basically threw warm beers, that kid who went to somehow, I'm not quite sure if he was a school, I think with his school he went to North Korea, and they arrested him and they sent him back in a coma, and he died a number of days later. And yesterday or today, Trump says he spoke to Kim about it, and Kim's response was, yes, Linda, I think you're the college kid. Exactly. Kim says that he didn't know anything about it. That's baloney. What Trump is doing is, just like he did for the Saudi prince, because him and Kushner, they are setting up, when he's done with the situation that he's in right now, for them to go make money with the Saudis. And also they are, Kushner, Ivanka, Trump, they have their black books, so to speak, full of phone numbers, not only of international businessmen and leaders they meet while traveling for the government. Their intent is to use those black books, those phone numbers, name and phone numbers of those affluent people around the world, for them to do business as well. And that's what Trump is doing. He's trying to entice Kim, because Kim is very open right now to these things, because he would like his country to become like the South Korea. And also when he walks around Vietnam, and I forget the name of the country where they were at last, where they held the last summit, Taiwan, I believe. Okay, so the gears are turning in his mind. He's picturing a whole bunch of things in his mind, and also he's getting used to traveling as well. He wants to travel more. That's the other thing I'm picking up when I touch with Kim. So Trump is getting through a bet, but I don't feel Trump is the right president to make a deal with Kim, because Kim doesn't trust him. Kim is listening and absorbing. In any event, that's what I feel Trump him and his family, they are doing. They are collecting a lot of information and who to contact and grow their wealth. Behind the scene, everything they do has something to do with growing their business and how much money they can make. Yes, thank you, Natalie. Singapore. I'm sorry, everyone. It's not Taiwan. Singapore. I love my. I love the people in my chat room, but you have all the answers for me when I can't find them. It's a lot of information to retain and then be able to read at the same time. In any event, I feel that's what they are doing. And yes, it feels like even if it wasn't a serious proposal Trump made to Cam, but he mentioned it. That's one thing I keep picking up. Bao is saying Trump is planning pardons for his family. Yes, welcome. Somebody in the welcome in the chat mentioned that Trump is planning pardons for his family. You know, about I feel this is going to get very complicated very fast for this entire family. And you know what? At this point, the way when I talk with them and when I see what's coming, he can pardon all he wants. New York is not going. They can't pardon New York. New York is going to go after them. Nothing. The way I feel, I don't feel he's going to be able to pardon everyone. Okay, let's start with that. But the way I am seeing this, when I talk with them intuitively, before Trump leaves, it's going to be a big mess. Because when I say a big mess, well, some people are going to take to the street, but they're going to be put down. I don't think there's a chance there. The other thing is, before he goes, he fancies himself as a negotiator, master negotiator. He thinks he's going to try to negotiate who he can pardon, who he can, he thinks he's going to be able to pick and choose what he wants to do, and he's not the people. I feel there's going to be a big issue with that, him pardoning people and how he's going to leave office. It's going to be very interesting. And I still say, I don't feel he's going to allow Congress to impeach him. He's going to leave before that because he's going to be too embarrassed. They are going to reveal too many things about him, and also everyone is calling him a liar. I've mentioned that before. Now it's sticking. He's beginning to feel conscious about it. He knows it's not a good thing for people to keep saying that he's a liar. So, and among all his past misdeeds that are going to be playing out on TV. In fact, I know I've mentioned this a little while ago. I overheard someone on TV stating that there are two ways to get rid of what the Democrats approach it has a two-pronged thing to it. One is to embarrass Trump to make him leave, or to impeach him. But they say the one that's probably going to work is embarrass him, because if he has a few more of what he went through this past Wednesday, I don't see how he's going to be able to survive it. Thank you, Cherry Pass. Exactly, Cherry Pass says he's going to resign. Yes, but I had to mention it, and I heard it on TV. I'm like, okay, I'm not that far. I've been saying it on here. I've said it a few times, and also in my videos, that he's going to resign. He's not going to sit around and allow and be impeached. And also, the other thing, as I'm talking about that, I'm hearing taxes. When they get his taxes, and I feel they will, that's going to mark a major turning point for him. like a pins on fire. Exactly, Jen. So I feel like saying he's not going to wait around. Once people start to air out his dirty laundry, he's just going to leave. And I also heard today somebody said on TV that one of the commentators that if we think Trump is going to leave by himself, that's not going to happen. I feel he will because it's going to be too embarrassing. It's not going to be one thing, it's a ton of things. When you sit back, when I talk with him, what gets him angry, I know people don't think he gets embarrassed. Yeah, that's why he's not releasing his taxes. There are things that embarrasses Trump. I mean, unbelievable. You wouldn't believe. He doesn't want those things to be aired out. So those things, when I touch with him, let's say for example, when he was watching Cohen the other day, this guy was burning. I think he had the run too when Cohen was talking about his kids. It's like you know when you get nervous and your stomach start to growl and then you want to go. I feel he had that the other day. So, and I feel that's what's going to prompt him. Like one day, just get up and say, "Okay, this is not worth it. It's too much." Okay. B Zen is asking, will Trump resign in 2019? Zen, I feel like saying yes because I've been saying this and I've posted videos. I've been feeling between February and March, and I've told people I can't confuse time. And I also did a presentation not too long ago, Zen. I did Trump's chart. That was the first time. And I was showing when he won the presidency, the universe was with him. He had support, Jupiter and also Regulus. That was, all these planets were, and stars were supporting him. The planets, the aspects the planets were making that enabled him to get lucky to become president, those aspects are over. Right now, he's wide open for the picking, let's put it that way. So, and it showed the time for him, for the possibility of his removal. I did not know that. I was saying since last September, he could be removed at any point, but I was feeling around February, March. And someone else who's an astrologer wrote to me. I'm sorry, I forgot your name. She wrote to me. She says she's an astrologer. She did his chart, and it started last September. So yes, there is a very strong possibility. Yes, I can confuse time, but it seems like I picked up the time at the beginning of the energy. I can be a little too early when the energy starts to apply itself, and I can't explain how I get it. But I did. That's why we can confuse time. And as the planets, whatever, I don't remember the planet, I don't remember the chart right now, but as the energy is applying itself and causing trouble for him, yeah, I would be surprised if he lasts 2019. But I'm gonna say, since you said 2019, but I don't know how he's going to deal with the next couple of months. That's the way I am getting this. I have a question. I made a video yesterday. I didn't post it yet. And I did something. I heard on TV that I know a lot of you are not interested, but the reason why I'm bringing this up is because I'm wondering if I should cut that part of the video out. I am editing a video I made yesterday, I believe, or the day before yesterday. I mentioned Khloe Kardashian. As you know, I'm trying to mix. I am doing politics stuff live. I am going to leave, when I release my videos, I'm going to do a little more mixing. In any event, I mentioned that Khloe and Tristan, I believe his name is, even if they will get back together, that relationship is not going to last. And in the video, I said he has a father issue. And in the video, I says, I'm going to Google this. And after I made the video and I went and Googled, this guy has some major father issues. His father left his mom. And it feels like to me he has abandonment issues. Any woman he's with, He's not going to stay with them. Yes, he loves his mom and he adores his mom, but he's not going to. This guy, at this point, and even going forward, he's going to have some major relationship issues. So, but I'm wondering whether I should cut that out of the video because I mentioned it in the video and then I went and Googled it. I'm like, oh my God, what are people going to think? So I don't know if I should leave it in there or if I should cut it out. So someone please leave me a comment or you can post it in here. Hey artist, how are you? I'm sorry, I didn't see you. I just saw someone mention your name. Okay, and the next reference, I have to look at my cheat sheet. Okay. One second, I'm looking at my okay. The next, one second. Hi Magdalena, how are you? One second. Okay, thank you, Fitness. I was wondering, you know, because I did put in the video that I'm going to Google it and I was surprised. Thank you for posting that. I wasn't sure. Yeah, I blurb it right out. I says, okay, I'm going to Google it after this because I just got it as I was talking about the, Chloe. Chloe is one of the people that I think, I mean, because I watched them a couple of times and since they started, I don't watch anymore. They're not that much anyway. She used to be one of my favorites. That's why I said, well, let me do one. Let me include her since she's going through this situation. But yes, I'll post it tomorrow. Oh my God. 322. Thank you, everyone. I have someone mentioned I have 322 watching. I appreciate it. Thank you for spending an hour with me or however long you've been here. I appreciate your presence. Okay, let me go. I'm going to scroll back and see if I can answer a question. Christina says she wants to know everything. Okay, Fitness, I'm going to leave it and I'll post it. I believe I should be done by tomorrow. One second. I'm trying to answer questions because the time is flying. Because I saw someone ask the question and I am trying to answer it. Oh my God. Miranda asked Kushner looks more and more female. Is he a cross-dresser? No, I don't think so. Oh boy. He's arrogant and he thinks he knows better than everyone else because he created those companies, and when you have a couple of dollars, it can go up to your head. I feel, yes, he's guilty of those things, but I don't feel he's a cross-dresser. You know what? I wonder if I would get that. I have never seen something like that. I don't think so. Jeez. I'm being honest. I don't know if I would see it or how I would see it. Steve mentioned that Cohen really seems authentic. I feel Cohen was, Cohen is pretty angry. And the way I see Cohen, if he could help and taking Trump down for what he feels Trump has done to him, I can feel a lot of anger when I touch with Cohen. And yesterday, or the day before yesterday when he testified, I believe it was Wednesday, when he started listing all those names and posting all those evidences, right? Okay. They were meant to really get to Trump. And on his mind, whatever he can put out there that he knows, he's not going to lie. It feels like to me, he's not going to do that. But he's going to put out every little detail that he can, he remembers, or he has proof of, to chip away at Trump. That's the way I feel, because he really dislikes Trump. And Trump, again, of course, he's his worst enemy, threaten his family, so he's not going to hold anything. That's the way I get. Teresa Cole says she heard Trump may be gone in the summer, June or July. Too far off for me. I prefer it sooner. Teresa, yes. In fact, I thought it was going to be sooner myself. I thought it was going to be February, March. But the way I am getting it, it is still possible. Because right now, Trump is so angry, it's unbelievable. This guy is, I mean, I'm wondering if they check his blood pressure, or they should check it. So, yes, I wouldn't be surprised, Teresa, if he jumps ship between now and July. But I'm looking for this month and next month. You know, like I said, I can confuse time, but I don't see how. It's gonna be tough. Oh, Marie is asking, after Milu leaves the White House. Milu. Oh, no, I don't want to be in the White House now. Marie is asking, after Trump leaves the White House, is the Southern District of New York coming after him full force? You know, Marie, I did not know when I mentioned that Trump will be going to jail. In fact, I have a video I posted that was, at least, it's probably a year ago, about the Trump family going to jail. Okay. I did not know how, but yes, the Southern District of New York, SDNY, will definitely go after him. I don't know if they're going to, because, like I said, I can confuse time. I don't know if it's next month or if it's after he leaves office. In my frame of reference, it doesn't make much difference. But Trump and it's not only Trump, it's Trump and his family, and some people who worked for him. If those who worked for him, if they don't cooperate, yes, they go into jail too. No doubt about it. Okay, Marie, so I answered your question. I'm scrolling back to answer the questions because I wanted to say what I was getting at first. Okay, am I the only one who now feels sad for Cohen and hope he gets a lighter sentence? Janet says, is she the only one who feels sad for Cohen? No, Janet, you're not the only one. A lot of people, even I too, I've felt like saying, but I'm like, you know what, this guy, he's not a nice guy. But when you look at his kids, you can't help but feel sorry for him. So no, you're not the only one, Janet. A lot of people. David Bataglia says, who here is dying to see a perp walk with Trump? Oh, I would, believe me, David, I'd be so happy. I will not feel sorry for Trump, because look at what he's doing to those kids, okay? Among other things, but the kids to me, and he's not going to get away with that. It's a matter of time before those can catch his on, catch on to him. But unfortunately, I would love to see it, but I don't feel we're going to see a perp walk, because I'm not seeing that. I know the probability of him ending up in jail is very high. I would be surprised. I don't see how he's going to escape not spending time behind bars. And it's because I don't feel it's going to be for the Russian thing, all these things put together, but it's probably going to be SDNY that's going to go after him full force. They are taking, when I talk with these people, they have, I mean, it's all on computers, but just to show me, it's a lot of documents, things they have collected to build their case against Trump. Yes, they have cases already, but they are building more cases against him, more charges. They have more charges coming for him. And that's why I keep saying I don't see how. It's taking time. I wish he would go today, but I would be shocked if Cenk, I think he's going to spend a little time in jail. Unfortunately, I'm not seeing him doing the perp walk. So I'm not going to tell you something I'm not seeing. I'm not seeing the picture yet. If I ever see it, believe me, you'll be the first to hear it from me. Okay. 1 second. Thank you. Oh, okay. All right, I'm going to scroll back down. Oh my God, it's 8:50. Thank you, Jen. I really appreciate it. I don't remember Gail's question. Oh, please respond Gail's question. I didn't see the question. I was all the way up. Okay. Yes, Gail. It's an opportunity for Cohen to reflect on his past attitudes. Oh yeah, this guy. Oh my God. And actions go. Yeah. Yes, he's going to have plenty of time, but I don't feel he's going to spend the whole 3 years behind bars. Oh, this says just DNY wants Trump hide. He has stolen hundreds of. Artist. That's going to be a major problem for that family. How much money they're going to owe. I'm glad you mentioned that because I'm looking. There's so much like going by and on my mind. Yes, it's going to be a lot of money. So, was that the question, Gail? I'm sorry, I didn't. Lily Girl is asking, will SDNY go after Wieselberg? Yes. In fact, they've been dealing with him. If he does not cooperate, I feel he will. I mentioned that earlier in the video, in the stream, that he's going to cooperate. None of these people want to go to jail for Trump. That's for sure. So they will all talk. They're going to, everything they know, they will tell. 1 second. Somebody, David says, Trump will make a deal so that he doesn't do the perp walk. You're right. He'll probably spend the money too so that we don't get to watch him. Okay, what was Gail's question? I'm sorry. I'm looking for it. Gail, can you please post the question again? I am scrolling up to see if I see it. I don't see it. I don't see it. I don't see the question. Okay, okay, I just saw the question. It says Gail asked about sister just diagnosed with breast cancer. When I read your question, the person I was going to ask you was your mom, Gail. I'm not see smoke rising, so keep our fingers crossed. When I read your question, okay, before I read your question, I was trying to figure out what the question was. Uh, I didn't see any smoke rising. The person I feel like asking you about is where's your mom? Gail, where's your mom? Okay, your mom wants to say hi. Okay, she wants you to pass it off to your sister. And like I said, I didn't see any smoke. So let's keep our fingers crossed. It's a challenge, yes. But I feel she's gonna be okay. So hang in there. Okay? I'm sorry to hear that. But your mom wants her to hang on and fight. Because I was getting mom when I mean before I read what your question was. I had to scroll up to see it. Okay, I'm seeing doing breast reconstruction, so it's gonna be okay. You're very welcome, Gail. No problem. Hang in there. I'm not seeing smoke. As long as I don't see smoke, it's fine. It's gonna be a challenging period, but uh, I feel because I'm seeing breast reconstruction, so that's a good thing. Okay? Yes, thank you for Eldred for bringing my attention to that 333 watching. Those of you in the audience, thank you very much for spending a little bit of your Friday with me. I appreciate it. Please subscribe. And if anyone would like a reading with me, please visit my website or you can send me an email. I have my info below the video. Jenny says Trump in jail time. I believe federal prison is probably a no, but state of New York will most likely be yes. Jenny, yeah, definitely. I don't see them backing off. In fact, there's a big debate right now. I'm sure you've heard whether SDNY is just going to indict him while he's president, and I would not be surprised. So please, everyone, hit the like button. It's one of the parameters that YouTube take into consideration. So I would appreciate it. It would help me a lot. And those of you, if you have not subscribed, please subscribe. And thank you all for coming. Someone else asked a question. Oh, Pamela says, well, too bad for them. State jail is 1 star compared to Fed's jail, 5 star. So it's like, well, we're definitely going to get a younger president for sure. So have a good night, Karen. Night, Edward. Okay. It seems like I answered everyone's. If I miss some questions, I can't help it because I'm trying to scroll. It's not easy. This is asking, how about Biden? Uh, I still don't see Biden running. Like I said, unless Obama convinces him, uh, I am not seeing it. So I mean, I wish he would run too, but I don't. Biden needs to speak to somebody. Biden and I forget his name. Beto. Those two guys need some good talking to in order for them. They need to push. Have a good night, Tamara. To run, but it feels like to me Biden is still. Love you too, Zen. I appreciate it. Thank you for coming. But yeah, I still don't see Biden artist it's I hope he runs. But if somebody doesn't give him a good talk and make him, I don't see it. Because let me say this: when I talked with Biden, okay, and he's trying to look for a way because he doesn't want to spend time running and then nothing happens. That's what's giving him pause. That's the problem with Biden. Lanita says she enjoys this chat with no trolls. Don't talk too loud. We're lucky. And I think the reason is because I used to do a lot of, readings for the chat. So that's possibly why they don't show up. But I would just get rid of them anyway. The minute they show up, if I don't, I probably wouldn't see them because I'm busy talking. Once somebody gets my attention or somebody called me, I would just send them on their way. Okay, everyone, thank you for coming. Have a great weekend. I will see you on Monday. And a good night. Till next time. Bye.